So we were studying chapter number 9, laser, and in our previous class we have seen what is the meaning of laser, what is account, what is the format of account, how we can prepare laser or account, and how we can post the journal entry or transaction from journal to laser, right? In today's class we will see the posting into ledger from subsidiary book. We have seen there can be maximum of 3 books of original entry. First one is cash book, second one subsidiary books, and last one journal profit. So from cash book, no cash account is prepared. If our company is preparing cash book, then there is no need of preparing a cash account, right? So that is done. Now 2 things is left. One is subsidiary book and journal profit. So in our previous class we have seen the posting from journal profit. In today's class we will see the posting from subsidiary book, right? Now the posting is similar for all the subsidiary books, whether you are preparing a purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return, or any other kind of subsidiary book, right? So we have understood any one, then others will also be clear, right? So let's see the posting into ledger from a purchase. The question that we are going to see is question number 9, and in this question, whatever the topics is given related to GST, you need to ignore that topic. We are not passing entries related to goods and services tax because that is removed from syllabus this year, right? So ignoring GST, we have to prepare the book and prepare the ledger from that particular subsidiary book, right? Okay. So in question number 9, it is given that record the following transaction in the purchase book of modern furniture house. That means they are dealing in furniture, right? So we have to firstly prepare a purchase book. Then assuming CGST and GST, that we have to ignore. GST is not in our syllabus for this year. And then post it into ledger. That means firstly we have to prepare purchase book, then we have to prepare ledger account. Okay. So I hope purchase book is already clear to you, that we have already discussed in subsidiary book. Okay. While preparing purchase book, there are 2 things that you need to keep in mind. First one, in purchase book we will record only credit purchase, and that credit purchase should be of goods only, right? Any purchase other than goods will not be recorded in purchase. Okay, right. So let's see what is given. First we will prepare the format of purchase book. So this is the format of purchase book. First we will prepare purchase book for this particular question. Then we will see how we can post the information from a subsidiary book to its ledger, right? Okay. So the first information is given of 2017, 3rd of November. So that must be the date. Here can be written only one time. Then we have written the date, number 3rd. And the transaction says that purchase goods from Sachdeva Furniture Store, New Delhi. So first we write the name of the person from whom we are purchasing. So we write what? Sachdeva. Now after writing the name of the party from whom you are purchasing goods on credit, you will write the description of goods, whatever the things you are purchasing, right? So the first thing that you purchase is 50 chairs at the rate of 2000 each. So write the details of the transaction, 50 chairs at the rate of 2000 rupees each, right? And rest we have purchased 5 tables at the rate of 10,000. So write what? 5 tables at the rate of 10,000 rupees each. So this will be how much? 1 lakh. And this one? 50,000. So that is the transaction amount. Then it is given that we are having a trade discount of 10%. So we will do what? First we will total this. So this will be 1,50,000. And then we will do what? Minus 10% trade discount. Okay. And 10% of 1,50,000 will be 15,000. So after deducting this, we will get a value of 1,35,000. This is the amount that we have to write in the amount column, right? Okay. Then the next transaction is of 10th of November, which says purchase furniture from Mahadev and Company, Jaipur, Rajasthan, valued 2 lakh less 12, write 1 by 2, that is 12.5% trade discount. So it is not given that whether we are purchasing for cash or on credit. So it always assume if the name of the party is given, then this transaction is on credit, right? So we can record this transaction. First we will write the name of the party. So write what? Okay. And the description is what we are purchasing. We are purchasing furniture, right? As see, if you are purchasing only one thing, right? So if that is in detail given, then you need to write the details. But if description is not given, then no need to write description. You can write the amount directly. There is no description given. It is simply given that we purchase furniture of 2 lakh. So no need to write that furniture 2 lakh. We can directly write 2 lakh rupees, because if furniture is our goods, so no need to write furniture word. Okay, right. And it is given that we purchase a discount of 12.5%. So it will do what? Minus 12.5% trade discount. That will be how much? 25,000. Okay, so trade discount is 25,000, and after deducting this trade discount, we'll get a value of 1,75,000. This is the actual amount of purchase from Mahadev and Company, right? Date of transaction was 10th of November, so we can write here the date November 10th. Okay. The next information is on 18th of November. We are purchasing again. So purchase furniture from Fashion Furniture House, Chandigarh, of the list price of 2,50,000 less 15%. So again we are purchasing from Fashion Furniture House, and write the name of the party. And we are making a purchase on 18th of November, so you can write the date November 18th. And we have purchased furniture for the value of 2,50,000, so write the amount in details column. And it is also given that there is a trade discount of 15%, so we will do what? Minus 15% of trade discount. So that will be 37,500 of trade discount. Now you deduct this 37,500, so you get a value of how much? Okay. So you got a value of 2,01,500. This we have to write in the main column of amount, right? Okay. So this transaction is also done. Then next transaction we have is purchase from India Furniture House, New Delhi, 100 chairs at the rate of 1,800 each. So that is again a purchase on credit, and that is of furniture also. So you will write the name of the party. So we are making a purchase from India Furniture House on 18th of November is done. Okay. So that is date is 20th of November. So you will write November 20th, and the description is we are purchasing 100 chairs at the rate of 1,800 each. So you write here 100 chairs at the rate of 1,800 rupees each. So this will be 1,80,000 of purchase, and then we have no trade discount is given, right? So if this trade discount is not there, you don't need to make any deduction. You will write the exact amount here in the main column. So 1,80,000 is done. Okay. Then next we have is on 25th of November. Again we are making some transaction, and that is purchase from Mohanlal and Sons furniture of the value of 20,000 for cash. No doubt we are purchasing goods, but we are purchasing for cash. So that is a cash transaction, and cash transaction will not be recorded here. So that will be recorded where? So that will be recorded in journal proper, right? Okay. So if all the transaction related to purchase book is done, you can do what? You can total the amount column and find that what is the total amount of purchase that we made, right? Okay. So after totaling, we find a value of 7,02,500 of purchase, right? So that is done. Now see one thing, we have not recorded one transaction, and that was what? That was last transaction, because that was purchase on cash. That's why we have not recorded that here in purchase. that last transaction which was not recorded in purchase book, that will be recorded where? That will be recorded in purchase account. So you prepare a format for purchase account, then date, then particular, then what? Ledger folio number, then amount debit and amount credit. So the transaction is given as purchase from Mohan Lal and Sons furniture of the value of 20,000 for cash. So we are purchasing furniture for cash, but as furniture is goods for your business, so you pass an entry like purchase account debit to what? To cash account, and the narration will be being goods purchase or simply goods purchased, right? The value of purchase is given how much?
22.
Okay. So 20,000 in the debit column and 20,000 in the credit column. Now we have prepared the purchase book. Now one subsidiary book is done. Now we will see how we can name the ledger posting from any subsidiary book. Now see. Whatever the subsidiary book is you are preparing, the first thing that you need to know is, sir, what are the accounts that we have to prepare. In journal entry there was no problem because in every entry one account was debit and other account was credit. So we are knowing that whatever account is getting debited or credited in any particular journal entry, for those accounts we need to prepare a ledger, right? But here we are not debiting and crediting any account. So how we can identify, sir, for what accounts we need to prepare ledgers, right? So that is very easy actually. See, if you see this complete information, if we talk about only purchase book, right? So if you see here, what are the accounts that got affected? First one is you have a total purchase of 7,02,500. So no doubt you need to prepare a purchase account to write this amount today, right? Okay. We will prepare a purchase account and we will post this amount in that particular purchase account. Now one thing will come to your mind that we have actually already discussed, that sir, why we prepare purchase account if we are not preparing cash account if we have cash, right? If we have cash book, we are not preparing cash account. So why we are preparing purchase account and posting this information in purchase account if we have already a purchase book? So answer is very simple. In cash book, all the transactions are recorded at one place. But in case of purchase, if we talk, we have some purchases recorded in purchase book and other purchases can be recorded in cash book or in general property. Like if you can see here, we have 7,02,500 of purchases recorded in purchase book. But if you see your general proper, you have a purchase of 20,000 there also. So in case of purchase, we are not having all the purchases in one particular book. That's why we need to prepare a purchase account. That's why we need to prepare a sales account. But that things does not apply on cash book. If you are preparing a cash book, you will record all the cash transaction in one book cash book. So there is no point of preparing cash account and posting the total in that same particular account, right? Getting my point now, that why we prepare purchase account if we are preparing purchase book, but why we are not preparing cash account if we are preparing cash book? No doubt. Okay. So what are the accounts that we need to prepare? First account that we will prepare is purchase account because we have a total of purchase of this much. Second account we will prepare is for Sachdeva. Third one Mahadev. Next one fashion. Then next one India Furniture House. So 4 account related to the people from whom we purchase. 1 account related to purchase. No confusion. So in total, if we talk about purchase account, you will prepare 1 account for every party from whom you purchase, right? And 1 account for that particular purchase total. Okay. And as we have prepared general proper, we need to prepare account for these information also. So for purchase, we are already preparing. We need to prepare a little bit cash account also. No confusion, na? So let's start from that particular people, then we will lastly prepare the purchase account. Okay. So I have this opportunity, but you don't have. I can erase this and I can like prepare a single format and use this particular format for all the accounts, but you need to prepare a separate account for all the things, right? Okay. So the first account that we are going to prepare is what? Account for Sachdeva Furniture Store. We are going that whatever account we will prepare, first we will record the name of that particular account, right? So first we will write what? Sachdeva Furniture Store account. Okay, right. So this is the format of laser. Firstly, the column is related to date, then particular, then JF, then amount which is related to the debit amount, then again same column date, then particulars, then JF, then amount. Okay, right. So now what is the posting rule? See, posting rule is very simple. Like if you know the posting from journal entry, you can easily post from this also. Just assume if you are not prepared subsidiary book, then what entry you will pass for this particular transaction? Purchase account debit to Sachdeva Furniture Store, right? And if I tell you that post a laser entry from that particular journal entry, so what you will do? As purchase account is debit in your particular journal entry, so you will post on the and Sachdeva Furniture House is credit. So as Sachdeva Furniture House is credit, you will post on the credit side of Sachdeva Furniture Store, and what you will write? Buy purchase, right? So the same thing we will do here also. As that will be posted on the credit side, so you write on the credit side and you write the same thing the way we are writing in case of a journal entry, and that will be buy purchase account. Any confusion? So the laser posting from subsidiary book we can say is the similar to laser posting from journal. No confusion, and the amount will be sir 1,35,000. This is done. Okay. Now the next that account we need to prepare is Mahadevan Company. So I'll simply just erase a little bit and I'll get another account. Okay. And the next account that I am going to prepare is Mahadev and Company. Format is same. Okay, the posting is again same. Mahadev and Company, from Mahadev and Company will purchase, so it will be like purchase debit to Mahadev and Company. So Mahadev and Company will be credited. That means we will post on the credit side of Mahadev and Company is write what? Buy purchase. So write buy purchase account, and you can write the date for this. It was November 3rd and 2017, of course. And for this it was 10th of November, so November 10th. Okay, and the amount is 1,75,000 this one. So write 1,75,000. This account is also done, then we can prepare the next one. For this account also we are preparing Fashion Furniture House account, and the transaction is same. We purchased 2,12,500. So write on the credit side same amount 2,12,500, and we will write what same thing buy purchase account. Okay, and the date is what's November 18th. Okay, so this is also done. So next one is India Furniture House. We have prepared the format and we have to write on the credit check following the same funda of journal entry. Entry will be purchase account debit to or purchase account debit to India Furniture House. So we need to post on the credit side of India Furniture House. So write on the credit side and we will write what? Same thing, buy purchase account. And what will be the amount? So the amount will be same, that amount of total purchase, and that is 1,80,000. So we do what? We write the amount 1,80,000. Date is given here is 20th of November, so you can write here 2017, and it will be November 20th. Now see, we have prepared the accounting posting for all the parties from whom we have purchased on credit. But from that particular subsidiary book, we need to prepare posting, or we need to do posting into purchase account also. So we have prepared a purchase account, right? Format is similar to all other accounts. Now see what is the amount of total purchase. So total purchase is 7,02,500. Now sir, which side we need to write and what we will write? So at the time of purchasing from anyone, what entry will do? What purchase account debit to name of that party, right? That means we have debited purchase, so we'll write on the debit side of purchase. That means in this case also we'll write what? We'll write on the debit side of the purchase, and we will write what, sir? That is nothing, because we can write the amount 7,02,500. But the thing here is, no doubt we need to write on the debit side, because in journal entry also purchase account will be debited. But the thing here is, what we will write? We cannot write the name of all the parties, because if you have to write the name of all the parties, then what is the point of preparing a purchase book? That you can do while preparing journal also. So after posting from journal, you will write the name of the all parties. So there is no point of writing the name of all the parties. You will write two sundries as per purchase book. Now what sundries as per purchase book? Sundries means more than one. That means this 7,02,500 represent more than one purchase, and that if you want to know, you can refer purchase book. We have written that as per purchase, right? No confusion now. So this way you can make the posting from any particular subsidiary book. If you want to make the posting from this journal also, so that is simple. We have discussed in last class. Purchase account is debit, so we can write on the debit side of purchase account as the name of opposite side to cash account, and we can prepare a cash account also, and on the credit side of cash account, as cash account is credit in our journal entry, so on the credit side of cash account we can write as buy purchase account. Okay, so I hope posting related to subsidiary book is clear to you. Same way you need to prepare the posting from sales book also. Like first we prepare sales book, then posting will be done in all the name of the parties account, and you will write what? You will simply write that sales account, but that will not be written on the on the credit side, but will be written on the debit side, because at the time of sale we write what? Ram debit to sale, right? So that this Ram will be debited, so on the debit side of Ram you need to write, right? So this particular chapter is finished. We have discussed all the things. You can solve the remaining question till question number 12. Okay, so that's it for today's class.